Good afternoon. Welcome to the Maroon Devil Network. It's a beautiful night for soccer tonight, and tonight we have the Swain Maroon Devils hosting the Bulldogs from Murphy. It's a gorgeous night. We have a gorgeous pitch, and we're looking forward to a very entertaining match tonight. I'd like to give you, while they're starting out here, the starting lineups. We have a foul there first off. We'll be a free kick for Swain. Looks like Cooper Reiner will be taking the kick. For the visiting Murphy Bulldogs, starting lineup, we have number 2, Subin Park. He's a senior. Number 5, Joey Hilton. He's a junior. Number 8, Ian Johnson is a junior. Number 9, Ethan Murray is a junior. Number 10, Cruz Ponce is a junior. In goal for the Bulldogs will be number 24, Dante Curtis. Number 13, Isaac Mock. He's a junior. Number 14, Riley LaChance is a freshman. Number 15, Chance Gardner is a senior. Number 16, Gavin Harris is a junior. Number 21, Grant Lindsay is a junior. Carter Davis just pushed one into the 18, and then Murphy pushed it on out the end line, which will give Swain a corner kick. Eduardo Zavala, it looks like, will be taking the corner for Swain.
Eduardo Zavala will take it.
Setting it up. Ball's up. Carter Davis with a try at a shot there. Carter Davis has the ball. He sets it off to Vicente Pedriera. He's an exchange student from Brazil that's with us this year. He's a junior at Swain, number 7. Starting lineup for Swain. At sweeper, we have senior Cooper Reinert in the middle. Fullbacks, number 4, Preston Robinson, and number 17, Joey King. Joey's a freshman. Preston is a sophomore. In the midfield, well, at stopper, which is kind of a hybrid position between defense and midfield, we have number 24, Drew Johnson, and he's a junior as well. In the midfield, number 7, again, Vicente Pedriera, the exchange student from Brazil. There's a ball tried to get out to Pedriera and broken up by the Bulldog defense. Pedriera is on the outside on the right. Outside on the left, we have number 21, Austin Schuler, and he's a junior as well. In the center of the midfield, we have number 8, Holden Petty, and number 10, Carter Davis. And then rounding out the lineup up top, number 2, Nate Logan is at a forward, and number 11, Eduardo Zavala. Looks like we're going to have a corner kick now for the Bulldogs. In goal for Swain tonight, it's going to be number 3, Ryan Tranter. Typically playing for us in goal is number 23, Brody Randall, but Brody had a little injury, occurred off the field. He'll be out for the night, and so Tranter's going to be taking care of business in the goal for us, which kind of hurts a little bit because Tranter's been our most prolific scorer so far this year. Ball's up. Tranter gets a hand on it, getting it cleared out. Vicente Pedriera clears it on out to the outside. And Tranter's got his hand on the ball, and we'll have a distribution by the goalkeeper here. Joey Helton has the ball for Murphy. He gives it up to Joey King. Nate Loken took a stab at it there, and now Carter Davis has the ball, looking for help up front. He's got Zavala, and it's pushed out by number 13, Isaac Mott, for the Bulldogs, so we'll have a throw-in for the Devils. Backed it up. Carter's got the ball on the outside. He's taking a look around. Broken up a little. Pedriera got a head on it there, kind of unintentionally, and then Murphy was forced to play the ball out, so we're going to have a throw-in right about our 18-yard box there. Zavala throws it in. Holton Petty gets a head on it, but it's number 13 for Murphy. Isaac Mock plays the ball out. Looks like Mock got fouled on the way out, so that'll give a free kick for Murphy. Looks like Subin Park, senior defender for Murphy, will be taking the free kick. He puts the ball up and gets flicked on. Murphy had an opportunity there. Ooh, shot. Number 10, Cruz Ponce. Had a nice shot, and we had a good save by Ryan Tranter there to deflect the ball out, which will give a corner kick to Murphy. It's like LaChance will be taking the corner kick. Sets the ball up, raises a hand, and sends it into the box. And out past the end line. It'll give Swain a goal kick. Cooper Reinert will launch the ball from us from the 6-yard box. He puts it up to Zavala. Looks like taking up underneath it. Pedriera has the ball. Zavala. He's working out the right side. Pushes it past the defender. He's got a one-on-one, it looks like, with a goal. But defender come number 9 for Ethan Murray for Bulldogs. Streaked across and saved a one-on-one opportunity there that Zavala had with the keeper. He did push it out, though, and Swain will be awarded a corner kick. Zavala setting it up. Lost the ball in, and Dante Curtis for the Bulldogs grabbed hold of it, and he'll distribute the ball out of the 18-yard box for the Bulldogs. Punt. And just went straight out of bounds, so that'll give our Maroon Devils a throw in. Looks like Holden Petty's going to take the throw. He comes back to Holden. Carter Davis gets a head on it, flicks it over to Nate Logan. Nate tries to play it up, but the Murphy defense plays it out of the back. Stolen, Drew Johnson. Good takeaway there. And Cooper Reinert playing it to the right side. Got a little too much pace on the ball, and be a throw in for the Bulldogs. Bulldog plays the safe pass back. Launches up a 50-50 ball. Drew Johnson gets a touch on it. Cooper Reinert winds up with the ball at his feet, and he's playing it up, looking for Zavala, but it didn't quite get through. Holden Petty now looking for Zavala. Still didn't quite get through. Carter Davis gets a touch on the ball. For 21, Grant Lindsay for the Murphy takes it up the right side, plays it in the middle to Cruz Ponce. Ponce is looking for opportunity to cross or shoot, takes a left-footed shot, and easily scooped up by Ryan Tranter. This is a conference game for Swain. This will be their fourth conference game. They defeated Cherokee at Cherokee 9-0. Defeated Hayesville here at home. I believe that was a 6-3 game, something like that. And then went to Blue Ridge, and it's always tough playing at Blue Ridge. They have a unique field over there, and environment is always hard to play in. Swain and Blue Ridge played tough. It was 0-0 late into the game, and Blue Ridge let loose with a torrent of about 3 goals in the last 6 or 8 minutes to take a 3-0 win over our Maroon Devils. Be a throw in on the far side. Carter Davis throws it in. Holden Petty's got it. He's eyeing up, trying to find what he wants to do with it. He sends one up to Nate Logan. Nate's cutting across. Little incidental activity in the box there, but Murphy plays the ball out. Joey Helton passes the ball up to Cruz Ponce. Swain clears it out of the back easily. Be a throw in for Swain. Looks like Drew Johnson will be taking the throw. Foul called on Holden Petty. Be a free kick for the Bulldogs. Looks like Joey Helton, the junior for the Bulldogs, will be taking the free kick. Holden Petty plays one through. Zavala's trying to get a bead on it. He wins the ball, gets there first. Kind of looking at his options. Oh, and takes a shot from the near post. Point blank on the keeper, and Dante Curtis comes up with the ball in his hands. Holden Petty's got it again. Trying to play through. Zavala may have been in an offside position there, but since he never got into the play, the linesman or assistant referee, they call him now, never raised his flag. Offsides is kind of always an interesting thing in soccer if you're really not used to it, and it's got some idiosyncrasies to it and things that I'll try to explain as we go through. Hopefully I won't bore those of you that are familiar with it. But basically, being in an offside position is not a penalty or is not an infraction. Only if the ball is played to you and you're in an offside position, then it becomes an infraction. So, Drew Johnson puts the ball up. Joey Helton was trying to take the ball up the right side there, and Cruz has the ball now. All right, Cruz Ponce. He's looking for help. Carter Davis comes in for the Devils and couldn't quite get it. Plays the ball to the right. Riley LaChance. And the ball's wide right, which will be a goal kick
For Ryan Tranter.
for Swain. Before conference play started this year, Swain had a few other games that we'll go over here. Smoky Mountain and Franklin always have very good programs, and unfortunately we started our season off, the Maroon Devils did, with Smoky Mountain and Franklin, and gives the kids a lot of experience and opportunity to play against some very good soccer players, and they fought hard. They made them play the entire game. We're not mercy ruled in soccer. 9-0 is a mercy rule, but we there's a shot by Zavala, and he was onside in that instant when the ball was played, even though looking on as a fan sometimes, by the time the ball gets there, it looks like he might have been offside. But once the ball's been kicked, if you watch the ball being kicked and then you look over to see where it's going, it's too late to determine if there's an offsides or not, because it's the instant that ball's kicked that offsides is determined. But Smoky Mountain and Franklin, getting back to those were both 8-0 losses for Swain, but it was all spread out well. I mean, the Smoky Mountain and Franklin had to fight for their goals, And our Maroon Devils never quit, and they worked hard with that. But that was a couple of good learning experience games for Swain. Then we hosted Tallulah Falls here at Swain, and Tallulah started off with scoring about 3 goals in the first half. So we went into halftime 3-0 down, and then came back out for the second half, and we held them even 1-1 during the second half. So we showed some improvement there. So now we look forward. We won't get another chance at Smoky Mountain or Franklin, but we will get another chance at Tallulah Falls on October 1st, Thursday, October the 1st. We'll be going to Tallulah Falls for a rematch there. Holden Petty takes one off the chest and is fighting to gain control. Joey Helton played the ball out of bounds, so it'll be a throw-in for the Maroon Devils. Drew Johnson throws the ball in, but Helton takes the ball right off the bat. Carter Davis gets a steal, maintains control, not quite enough.
Just off the foot of Carter Davis. It'll be a Bulldog throw.
Bulldog throw. Grant Lindsay threw that one in for the Bulldogs, and he's involved in the play still. Number 5, Helton, who seems to be getting a lot of touches on the ball on this right side. Played. Subin Park, senior for Murphy, will throw the ball in. Throws it to his fellow defender, and then he plays it up where Drew Johnson tries to take control of the ball. Holden Petty's got an opportunity here. He's going to might look to the right. Well, he takes a... I don't think that's exactly what he had in mind on that shot. I'm sure he'd like to have another stab at it, but made the keeper touch the ball. Looks like that one's going to come all the way back to Ryan Tranter, who can pick the ball up and survey the field and figure out how he wants to distribute it. He chose to go to the right side. Carter Davis trying to get ahead on the ball. Vicente Pedriera there. Subin Park plays it out. Zavala will throw it in. Preston Robinson, the right defender for us, did a good job there helping us get that ball headed back up in the right direction. Ethan Murray dribbles the ball out of the back. Might be a good opportunity to take advantage of dragging him out of the back for a little bit, but Curtis winds up scooping it up. Holden Petty got a head on the ball there and wound up out of bounds. That was a throw-in for Murphy. Cruz Ponce trying to dribble through the Swain defense and was rejected by Cooper Reinert. Oh. Preston Robinson with another touch on the ball, and then Carter tries to flick one up. We may have an opportunity here. Nate Logan's putting the pressure on. Ball was played out by Gavin Harris, junior for Murphy. Like Carter Davis will be throwing the ball in. He was looking for Zavala, and Zavala just didn't quite get the flick on it. Curtis punts the ball out of bounds, so Swain will have a throw in. deflected by, or kicked out of bounds off a Murphy player, so we get the throw in again a little further down. Zavala tries to get a touch on it. Little fancy footwork there, and he's taking a look. Oh, Swain's trying to get some little give and goes going in there, and Zavala gave that up, was hoping to get it back, but he didn't really find a target to give it to. Joey King with a steal, and Joey winds up eventually playing it out, so it'll be a throw in for Murphy. Joey Helton threw the ball in for Murphy. Finds Cruz Ponce. Cruz Ponce plays it out to the left side for Gavin Harris. Gavin gets a touch on it. Then Cooper Reinert comes along and plays it out of bounds into safety. Defender Subin Parks coming up for Murphy to take the throw in. Goes right to Drew Johnson. Drew gets a second head on it. Got an opportunity here. Eddie Zavala. Played out by Murphy. Sometimes that's just the safest thing to do. If you got a fast play coming and you're a defender, and if you've got a one-on-one situation, or especially if they have the numbers advantage on you as a defender, you look at the sidelines as help. You just play that ball out, and that gives the rest of your teammates an opportunity to come back and help you out. Dante Curtis punts the ball out. Finds Joey Helton on the right side. Joey beats one. Back into Ponce Cruz. Back out to Helton. Good give and go combinations there. Number 14, Riley LaChance with the ball, takes the shot, and it's going to be wide for a goal kick.
Just wide of the goal. It'll be a goal kick for the Devils. Bulldogs take the first sub of the night.
Carter Davis tried to get a flick on that to send it on. Carter pushes it on, forces them to play it back to their keeper. Carter Davis with the ball, takes a stab at it. Zavala pushes it through. Austin Schuler going to get a play on the ball to Holden Petty, and Holden couldn't quite put the stop on it there. Back to Drew Johnson. 21, Grant Lindsay kind of plays it out of the Maroon Devils' third. Zavala's got the ball at his feet, had his back to the goal. Did what's often the smart thing. When a player gets the ball with their back to the goal, sometimes best thing to do, rather than to turn around into the unknown, is just to play it back to one of your players who can see what's ahead of them, can see what's between them and the goal. That's what he chose to do there. Preston Robinson comes up from his defensive position and breaks that up, hustles back, and winds up winning the ball again. Carter Davis with the ball. He's looking up at his options. Swain's got some numbers. Again, 21, Grant Lindsay dribbles the ball out of the back, trying to find number 5, Helton, on that right side. Again, Helton's getting a lot of touches on that ball. He's have a sub for, looks like Aiden Hall will be entering the game for Murphy. Coming in for Helton. Looks like they're switching things up a little bit. I'm not sure he's going to that right outside position. Drew Johnson heads it in. Carter Davis looking for an opportunity to win the ball, and unfortunately he played it out of bounds, so we'll have a throw in. Ian Johnson will throw it in for the Bulldogs. Riley LaChance takes one to the right, and he gets fouled by Cooper Reinert. It's going to be a little bit of a dangerous situation right here. Anytime you get into the anywhere in there close to that 18-yard box with a foul. Good player can actually take a shot all the way in at the goal. Or a player with a good shot. Goalkeeper wants to make sure he keeps his eyes on the ball, can see the ball, and doesn't get blocked by his players or the other players. It's played in and played wide right. The shot was wide right, so.
Just wide of the mark, it'll be a Devils goal kick.
It's always kind of a, sometimes you'll see the defenders set up a wall there when you have a kick that close. They'll either put maybe one person in the wall up to 4 or 5 people in the wall. You'll see the goalkeeper very often setting them up, and usually what they're trying to do is get the wall to cover part of the goal for the goalkeeper in case the person taking the free kick takes a shot. Can cover part of it with the wall, and then the goalkeeper only has to cover the other part of the goal. Holden Petty throws in, finds Zavala. Zavala makes a nice touch. Anytime that ball's in there like that, it's you're always hooking and hoping for a bad touch or something good to happen for you. Cooper Reinert with the ball. He's got some options. Plays it out, finds Pedriera. Ooh. Tried to put the ball out wide for Pedriera to make a run on it, and the Murphy defender got a hit on it. Carter Davis takes a shot, and it's over the top.
Powerful kick by Carter Davis.
Made the goalkeeper stretch for it. Looks like number 5, Joey Helton, is returning into the game. He just needed a little break and a sip of water maybe. Preston Robinson plays the ball out of the back for the Devils. Helton's got a foot on it to Zavala. Back to Helton. Helton's got a one-on-one going on with the keeper here. Looking for an opportunity. Oh, nice play by number 9, Ethan Murray, to pick his pocket and force the ball out. Ball last touched here by Swain. That's going to be a goal kick. Looks like Ian Johnson's going to be taking the goal kick for Murphy. He lifts it up. Carter Davis gets a chest on the ball to start with. Looking for Helton. Helton's making that run through there. He's getting a lot of touches on that ball. So, Drew Johnson plays it out wide. Anytime you can play that ball out wide, it's when you're in the defense, when you have the ball in your own defense. If you can play it out wide, it's to your advantage. The wider you get, the smaller that goal gets for the attacking team. Closer it is to the center of the field, the bigger that goal is. Cooper Reinert to play it out. Just get it out of trouble sometimes is the best thing to do. Played it long. We'll have a throw in for Murphy. Carter Davis plays it into Holden Petty. Petty kind of had a rude reception once he got his foot on the ball. Murphy coming back on this favorite right side of theirs. Joey King intercepts the pass, plays it up to Nate. Logan winds up at Holden Petty's feet, and he's trying to play a through ball to Zavala. In the middle there, that's how you want to make your attack, and if you can, is just slip that ball through. Very often the defenders have their back to the goal, and your attackers are facing the goal. Got another foul called right down here in dangerous territory. Cooper Reinert, and he is going to get shown a yellow card. In high school soccer, the yellow card means that he will have to take a seat at least until the next opportunity to sub, and then he can be subbed right back in. But he will have to take a seat or go to the sidelines. But you can replace him.
Reinert got a yellow card, and it'll be a free kick.
In in FIFA governed play, you don't have to leave the field if you get a yellow card. You're shown the yellow card, and that's just your warning. Try to prevent getting another yellow card, because if you get that second yellow card, you're out of the game, and that's true in high school or FIFA rules. Referee says there's a little too much pushing and shoving and stuff going on. Swain has a 3-man wall set up. Murphy tried to chip the wall a little bit, hoping to have a player run onto that ball and maybe put a head on it, but wasn't to happen. Austin Schuler coming in with a head on the ball, tries to put it back in the middle. Carter Davis is going to find Pedriera on the right side, and he's able to keep it from going out of bounds. He's trying to make a move and beat one. He had one to beat there, but still working at it, still working at it, still working at it. Pushed the ball past, but he just couldn't get himself past. We will wind up with a throw-in, though, for Swain. Carter Davis, pretty long throw-in for us. Has the ball in his hand, trying to look to find his best option. Plays it in Holden Petty. Holden heads the ball into the middle. That maybe got a deflection, but I don't think it's going to go out anyway. Swain's going to wind up with a throw again, and we'll have Carter Davis. We're going to have Cooper Reinert coming back into the game now. It's the first sub opportunity. Chris Santoyo came in for Cooper while he had to sit out. Soccer, a defender cannot play the ball back intentionally with his feet to the keeper and have the keeper pick it up with his hands. In that case, you just saw right there, it was obvious the defender was not trying to kick the ball back to his keeper. He was trying to clear it. He mishit the ball. And in that case, and like everything in soccer, it's in the opinion of the referee, but that was pretty clear there. But since he was not intentionally trying to kick the ball back to his keeper, the keeper was able to play it with his hands. If he had turned around, made eye contact with the keeper, and passed the ball to the keeper can still play it, but he has to play it like any other field player and not use his hands. Okay, right there, the ball was, everybody kind of stopped play thinking there was a handball. It did hit Carter Davis's hand, but in the opinion of the referee, it did not create an advantage of any sort for Swain by having done that. It wasn't intentional, so he let play go on. Jake Pitney's going to enter the game for Swain now, taking Vincente Pedriera's spot. Carter Davis puts the ball through. Zavala's trying to win the foot race to the ball. And in his effort, he gave up the throw-in on there. It's always on that attacking end down there like that. You really want to see the aggressive play. If you happen to foul somebody, you haven't hurt yourself too bad. Just gives them a free kick from back there. If it goes out of bounds, it's a throw-in for them. But when you're on the attack like that, you'd really like to see your forwards or midfielders or even defenders, if they're coming out of the back, and they get in that attacking third, the defensive third for the other team. You want them to take chances and maybe chances that they wouldn't take if they were in their own defensive third. In your own defensive third, when you give up those free kicks, like we've given up a couple, you put yourself in a dangerous situation sometimes. Zavala in the box trying to make something happen or get a foul. If you get that, give that foul up in the box, you get the penalty kick. Very often you'll see players, if they get that ball in the 18, they're less likely to give the pass up, because if they get whacked, somebody comes along and fouls them, then they will be awarded a penalty kick. I don't think at the beginning of the broadcast today I introduced myself. My name is David Outlaw. I was the coached the Swain Maroon Devils soccer team for about 8 years prior to last year, 7 or 8 years, and I helped out last year some, and then Dwayne Parton was coaching last year, and I helped him out. And now this year, Grant Outlaw, my son, has taken over the reins, the helm at coaching the Maroon Devils, along with assistant coach Matt Hampton. Helton with his foot on the ball and trying to make a move and beat one player, and fortunately Joey King stood in there and kept that from happening. Foul called on the Bulldogs.
Free kick for the Devils.
Going to give our Maroon Devils a free kick here. Reinert's going to do the honors. Murphy's got about 6 players on the back line drawing the line, so to speak. Now here's his offsides opportunity. Now we have to be on behind them till right now. We could be past them. The minute that ball's kicked, we can run past them. So if Reinert had been able to drive one over the top and we beat them to the ball, then we're onside and we keep going. Doesn't have to be over the top. It can be on the ground and push through them. But the minute that ball is kicked, the pass is made. Carter Davis pushes one to the right side. Zavala's got a foot on the ball. He's taking a look. Playing in the middle. Jake Pitney that came into the game. To point out he's a freshman. Shot by Zavala.
Just wide of his mark. It'll be a
wide right.
Goal kick.
Be a goal kick for Murphy.
We'll stick around for the halftime celebration of the SISA soccer teams.
My dad said we can. Yeah, I can skip too.
Goal kick for Murphy. Subin Park took the kick for Murphy, but Swain's trying to keep the ball in the Murphy half, but stolen there by Isaac Mock. Swain's having to backpedal a little bit here. Cooper Reinert played the ball back up. Swain plays a 4-4-2 system of play. When you're describing your system of play, you always start in the back, but you don't include the goalkeeper, so forget the goalkeeper. So 4-4-2 means we're running 4 defenders, 4 midfielders, and 2 up top. Typically when you run a 4-4-2, you'll either have a flat back 4 or a diamond shape 4, and we run with a diamond. Flat back 4 is pretty difficult to coach and difficult to play, a little harder to understand. We run a diamond, which means we have a sweeper as the deepest defender. A stopper is up at the point of the diamond. He's the shallowest defender, and then you have 2 fullbacks playing on the outside points of the diamond. Ooh, King deflects one back. Ponce Cruz tried to make something happen there in the 18 for Murphy. Grant Lindsay with the ball takes the shot, and it's scooped up by Ryan Tranter. Your midfielders in the 4-4-2 lineup. Typically you have 2 center midfielders, and you have 2 outside midfielders, one on the right and one on the left on the outsides. You really don't designate right and left with your center midfielders, because they should kind of be working together and trading places and stuff. Your outside midfielders basically work a corridor along the outside of the field, going up and down, defending and attacking. And the 2 up top are your forwards, and they are just pretty much stay close together, work back and forth, and should play off of one another.
Go get some refreshments from the concession stand.
We're approaching the end of the first half here. There's about 30 seconds left. It's been an even played game, I think, so far. Goal kick out of the back for Murphy. They're playing on this favorite right side of theirs. Grant Lindsay taking the ball, and he just couldn't quite keep it in. Looks like it's going to be a throw in for Swain, but with the clock ticking down, I really don't know if that's going to happen. Looks like we might get the throw in off. Lindsay gets ahead on the ball. Carter Davis, I think that'll be the end of the half. Score at halftime here, still 0-0. Like I said, well played. I think we're going to take a little break here, and we look forward to having you back for the second half. Thank you very much. And welcome back for the second half here. First half produced 0 goals. Some good opportunities by both teams. Might have to say Murphy had the best chance of the opportunities. But it seemed like Swain stayed in the Murphy defense a little bit more. Don't have any official stats to go by, but that's just my observation. Murphy will be going right to left for the second half, and Swain left to right. Ryan Tranter still in goal for Swain. This turf we have here is just, having coached for several years and traveled around, we just don't find a better field to play on than what we have right here at Swain. And that's thanks to athletic director and head football coach Neil Blankenship. This field is his baby, and he takes care of it. And I've had the referees tell me how beautiful it is before, and opposing coaches. It's just a gorgeous field. Throw into the box for Swain. Played out safely. Be another throw in. Holden Petty taking the throw in for Swain. Holden plays it back to Zavala, who plays it right back to Holden. Holden puts one up across it a little too much, and it goes out wide and past the end line. Be a goal kick.
Kick by Colin Petty. Holden Petty.
He said Colin Petty.
Our PA announcer there just got chastised for calling Holden Petty by his brother's name. It was Colin Petty. Colin was with us for a couple of years. Made some good contributions to the Swain soccer program. Unfortunately, he wound up getting his leg broke at a game at Cherokee a few years ago. Colin was also an excellent golfer. And senior year, since he was a state champion competitor or a contender, he wanted to concentrate more on his golf, and he didn't play. And even then, we were hearing about Holden Petty, and Holden's a sophomore this year and has been quite the contributor to our Swain boys soccer team. Holden with the ball again right now. He's taking a look up. Tried to slip that ball through to Carter Davis. Again, a through ball there. Carter was waiting for it and making the run. Preston Robinson puts one through, but we didn't have the attack going on up top there, so not too difficult for Dante Curtis, the Bulldog keeper. Cooper Reinert kind of misplayed that ball a little bit. Fortunately, Preston's got some good speed back there at fullback to come back and help out. He's coming up to break up the play. Drew Johnson tries to put one over. Murphy plays more of a flat back four for their defense. They have four primary defenders back there, and they stay flatter and all the way across. Foul on Swain. Ian Johnson takes a free kick for Murphy, and that probably wasn't what he had in mind whenever he envisioned what was going to happen when he kicked it. Out wide, be a throw in for Swain. Zavala gets a touch on, trying to put that ball to where he or Schuler could run onto it, but played it out of bounds. Ryan Tranter, who played keeper last year for Swain quite a bit, was kind of expected to be the keeper for this year, but he showed up this year, first part of the season, with a broken hand. So with him with a broken hand, with a broken hand in a cast, he could still play on the field, but obviously with his hand in a cast, he wasn't going to be able to play keeper. That's when Brody Randall took the keeper job, stepped in and did a surprisingly good job. Brody did. And by him being there and giving Ryan the chance up top, Ryan just started scoring some goals for us. So we're looking forward to Brody getting those stitches out of above his eye and getting back in the goal for us. We can get Ryan back up top, scoring some goals. Riley LaChance giving us some fits there, dribbling the ball up. Cruz trying to get a shot off. Cruz punts. Carter Davis flicked that ball on just a little bit more than what he wanted on it, I believe. Kind of harmlessly rolled up to the keeper. And Holden Petty just a little too aggressive with the defensive move there. And he'll pick up himself a yellow card. As I explained earlier, he'll have to go off the field.
It'll be a free kick for the Bulldogs.
And keeper gets some kind of special protection there. You're not allowed to harass the keeper too bad in the box, and sometimes even without intention, just being aggressive up front, you get a little too close, and that'll also get you a yellow card. I think that might have been number 10, Ponce Cruz, that got that yellow card for Murphy. Cooper Reiner's going to consider clearing it out of the back. Now we got our 2 yellow card recipients are entering back into the game.
Holden Petty comes back on for the Devils, and Cruz Ponce comes back on for the Bulldogs.
Cooper Reiner's going to throw it in for Swain. Nice throw by. Now here we got to, when Cooper comes over like that to take that throw in, he's really got to focus on making sure he gets back to the center of the field. That's kind of your quarterback, so to speak, on the field. That's that sweeper is, or at least of the defense. And if he goes over there to take that throw in, it kind of gets him out of position for a moment. Sometimes the teams will try to take advantage of that situation if you give them the opportunity. Murphy with a throw in. Drew Johnson plays it out of bounds and gives us a couple more minutes to recover. Shot by Murphy.
Goal kick for the Devils. Cooper Reiner will take it.
Over the top. Looked like that might have been Grant Lindsay with that shot. Cooper Reiner's going to take the goal kick for Swain. Try to get some real estate for us. There's that better flick on by Carter. Davis still didn't quite get on there. Oh, nice move. Vincente Pedriera tried to play the ball on and run to it. It was a great idea, just didn't quite pan out. Ball's played out by Murphy. Zavala trying to win that ball. Played out again by Murphy. Zavala gives it up to Holden Petty for the throw in. Holden's looking, putting it over, and headed out for another throw in. Corner flag down there makes it easy on those. If it goes on the inline side of the corner flag, it's going to be would have been a corner kick, but since it goes on the what we call the touchline side of the corner flag, it was a throw in for Swain. Swain's got the ball in nice spot. Oh, Zavala with a left-footed shot and handled pretty easily by Dante Curtis. A lot of these kids think about and the possibility of maybe playing college soccer someday, and like with most athletics, it's a big decision if they are interested in playing college soccer, and it's a big commitment at any level that they decide they may want to do it. There are opportunities at varying levels of colleges. Of course, at your bigger colleges and the bigger name colleges, it's much more competitive trying to get those opportunities to play. And getting scholarships is not an easy thing with soccer. The NCAA at the Division I level places limits. Zavala fouled on that. Be a free kick for Swain. The NCAA places limits, unless they've changed recently. I know my daughter and my son both played, and college could only give 10.9 scholarships for on the women's program. Was all they were allowed to give out. Now, if you figure there's 11 players on the field, goal for Swain.
Great assist by Cooper. Austin Schuler with the goal.
Carter Davis crossed that ball, whipped it across. We had Austin Davis coming in on the backside to finish it up, so that gives Swain a 1-0 lead there.
Carter Davis promised fireworks, and he just delivered. As did Austin Schuler.
The 4-4-2 lineup or system that I was talking about earlier, that's what you're looking for in the 4-4-2. You want to get your penetration on the outsides with your outside midfielders running down. That happened to be Carter Davis, who was a center midfielder, but he got into that position of an outside midfielder, got it in that flank, and whipped it across, and the outside midfielder from the other side was crashing on the goal and was able to finish the ball up. That's exactly what you're looking now. Murphy's coming right back at us. Got a one-on-one with the kid. Oh, Murphy ties the game up just like that.
And just like that, the Bulldogs respond. It is now 1-1.
Look like Cruz punts. Number 10 may have gotten that goal. Wow, you sit through 50 minutes of not much happening, and then all of a sudden in about 25 seconds you get 2 goals scored. You know, throughout soccer that just seems to happen. After a goal is kind of one of your more vulnerable times when you've just scored a goal, because you're still celebrating in your mind, and you got to get your mind set on defending. So Carter Davis puts one up. Nate Logan trying to get a hoof on it. Carter Davis went through and almost trying to hook back up with that Carter Davis-Austin Schuler combination that gave us our first goal. Holden Petty plays the ball out wide. You throw in for Murphy. Getting back to the colleges, though, in the men's side in college, it was 9.9 scholarships were all that were allowed. That's all the NCAA allows a team to give out in soccer. It's their efforts to keep things fair from one program to the next or one college to the next. But if you compare that to, you may have on your roster in college, you may have 30, 24, 30 athletes on your roster, so you can see that there aren't a whole lot of scholarships to go around for that. Whereas you look at an NCAA Division I football program, I don't know what the number is, it's something like 80 or so scholarships they're allowed to give out. And they have players that never see the field that are on a full ride. So if these players are interested in playing college, though, they really have to commit to it. They have to. The best thing they can do is get involved in club play around, and so they're playing more soccer and against better competition. And then at the club level is where they're going to get seen. Aren't many recruiters come out to watch high school games, and that's just the nature of the beast. I think we might have referee let it play on. There was a foul, and he's going to come back now and call the foul, and Carter Davis draws a foul there, and it's going to be a free kick for Swain here.
It'll be a direct kick for the Devils.
Swain's trying to figure out who's going to have this. Looks like Carter Davis is going to take the free kick. Carter drives one to the near post, and it's in! Upper 90, right-hand side. Took the cobwebs out of the corner right there with that shot. That was about as perfect as it can get as far as putting the ball on the net on a free kick. That gives the Swain Devils a 2-1 lead. It was well taken by Carter Davis. But other than getting back to our talking about the colleges, if a kid really is interested in playing, there's a lot of smaller colleges around that there's some opportunities there for kids to go and walk on and try to play. And then some of the smaller colleges don't offer many scholarships or any scholarships. So, but if they really want to play, there are some opportunities out there. Murphy's got the kickoff here. Again, they're going to want to try to do something pretty quick if they can, but hopefully Swain learned from the first time when we gave up the goal right after scoring one. Subin Park. Nope. Check that. Gavin Harris, it looks like, is going to take this throw in for. He throws it into Park. Park backs it back up to Harris. And in the opinion of the referee, that ball went out of bounds. Unfortunately, I think we had a foul throw there, or it never came in. I can't tell from my angle which one it was, but for whatever reason, we're switching back up the other way, and now Murphy's got the throw in. Out of bounds in soccer is just a little bit different than in a lot of sports. If you want, one way to look at it is if there's a plane that comes up from the goal line or the touch lines on the side, and if that ball goes outside of that plane that comes up straight off the line, it's out of bounds. It doesn't matter if it curves out while it's in the air, it's out of bounds. And it doesn't matter where the player is. The player can be totally out of bounds playing a ball that's in bounds, and there's no problem with that. And the ball's still in play. Also, for a ball to be out of bounds, the entire ball has to be past the entire line. So that ball can roll right down that line, and it's still in play. Ball can roll right on top of the goal line, and it is not a goal. For it to be a goal, the entire ball's got to cross the entire goal line.
Nate was replaced by Ben Cagle.
Not sure what's happening here. Oh, looks like be a yellow card shown to number 21, Grant Lindsay
Card for the Bulldogs. It'll be a Swain free kick.
for the Bulldogs. Didn't see exactly what happened there, but got him a yellow card, and we'll have a free kick for the Maroon Devils. Eduardo Zavala is going to take the free kick here. He lofts it up through, but Carter Davis not able to get past and get onto that ball. What you'd like to see there when he lofts that up is for, going back to us talking about offsides, as soon as that ball goes in the air, whether you're offsides or not has already been determined. The moment that ball is kicked by the player taking the free kick, the offsides, whether or not you're offsides, has been determined. So your attacking players can then run past, if necessary, or if appropriate, they can run past the defenders, run past that offsides line. And we didn't get that done that time. We're looking at here, Carter Davis tried to settle that ball and have a shot. Holden Petty took one, and it's going to be out for a throw-in for Murphy. Subin Park fetching the ball, going to throw it in for the Bulldogs. Here's where I think Swain would like to keep him in this corner and not let him get out. Coach Outlaw would have liked to have seen a little more pressure maybe put on those in that corner, because when you got them in there, sometimes winning the field position is a hard thing to do. Once you get there, you like to stay there, and it's always discouraging whenever you work hard and gain that territory, and then defender gets one good hoof on the ball and drives it all the way back down where it came from. Looks like we're going to have a foul on Swain. Tranter picked that ball up. Now, you saw Ryan Tranter there was tiptoeing, and just like on the out of bounds there, it didn't matter where Ryan's feet were in that case. All that matters is where he had that ball. He could have been standing in bounds, but if he held that ball in an out of bounds or outside the 18-yard box, that would have been a handball on him, because he's only allowed to touch it inside the 18. Likewise, he could have had his feet totally outside that 18-yard box. As long as he was holding the ball back in the 18-yard box, he would have been fine. Preston Robinson, a little too much on the, we call a chicken wing there. Held that arm out a little too much and got too much. Number 14, Riley LaChance, to take the free kick for Murphy. He lofts it up, and Ryan Tranter steps up at the edge of the 6-yard box and takes it. Ryan distributes it right out to Holden Petty. Holden run down by Ethan Murray for Murphy. Murray then threw the ball in, and now we got to throw in for Swain. Cooper Reinert to throw it in. Zavala come back from his midfield position or forward position. Might have switched up a little bit. I think Carter Davis might be playing up top a little bit now. There's a nice ball to the outside to Schuler, and Schuler's unable to keep it in. Again, that's kind of a display of the 4-4-2 system that Swain runs. Try to find those outside midfielders. Now, I think maybe what would have been one step beyond that would have been if we could have switched fields from that left side in the back to the right side up top in the forward area. Got the ball to the other side. We'd have had less defenders to deal with. Preston Robinson plays the ball up. A nice pass from Drew Johnson to Carter Davis. Carter's trying to beat one player, gets it around him. Carter showed he's got that nice shot when he took that free kick and put that ball in the upper 90 on that free kick for Swain's second goal. What we're looking for there when he gets up there is of him just be able to settle that ball just right, get it just right in stride where he can get a hold of that thing again. So often you hear the crowd anytime the players get in there close and they're hollering at them to shoot, shoot, shoot. But sometimes you can't shoot in between strides. You got to get the ball just right on the right, correct foot and in the right part of your stride in order to get a decent shot on the ball. And it's what Carter was trying to do there, I think. You throw in for Swain. Drew Johnson coming over to take the throw. Drew's been playing well in the middle. He kind of had a breakaway game at stopper against Hayesville, where he put his head on the ball a lot and controlled that middle of the field, which is what that central defender, that stopper's position, is all about. Stop that first attack coming down, win the ball in the air, and distribute it to your midfielders. Johnson again, looking up, trying to find where to go. Lays one out to Zavala. Beautiful, right in his path. Zavala's looking out wide, trying to find a place, and be out for a Swain throw in. Be a sub coming in for Murphy. Nope, because it was a Swain throw in. In high school soccer, you can sub on your own throws. You can sub on anybody's goal kick.
Substitution for the
You
Bulldogs.
can sub on your own corner kicks. Or you can sub on your opposing team's throw if your opposing team is subbing also. You can also substitute anytime there's a goal scored or anytime there's an injury. It's free substitution time, not just the injured player, but any substitutes. Well played by the Swain defense there. I think the Swain coaches would like to see a little more attack coming up, but when you got a 2-1 lead, you give up a little bit on the attack side to protect that 1-goal lead. So sometimes you'll see the style of play change a little bit when a team gets a lead, and that's, you just feel like you got that 1-goal lead, you need to protect it a little bit. Cooper Reiner headed the ball out of the back, and Austin Schuler just couldn't quite settle it down. Very often in soccer you hear coaches refer to a player's first touch, how good their first touch is, or how good a particular first touch was. And we have a free kick here for the Bulldogs. This is in a dangerous position, almost exactly a mirror image of where Carter Davis had his free kick that he put in the upper 90. Looks like Swain setting up about 3 in the wall, but he plays it across, and fortunately for Swain, the ball harmlessly rolls past the end line for a goal kick. Preston Robinson watches the ball roll out. If you're interested in seeing how the various teams are doing in soccer or in any high school sport in North Carolina for that matter, maxpreps.com. That's maxpreps.com. All the coaches are required to report their scores to maxpreps.com. Shows your schedules, team schedules and results from their games, and you can look at the upcoming teams we have to play and see how they've done and compare how they've done to like opponents. But maxpreps.com. Swain with the throw in. Pedriera with the ball. Trying to find his options. Maybe try to beat that one player. Then you get an opportunity to cross one in there. Up. Played out by the number 9, Ethan Murray from Murphy. Holden Petty will be taking the throw in for Swain.
It'll be a throw in for the Devils. Drew Hammond will take it.
Not sure what's happening there, but it looks like Swain's going to wind up with a free kick on the ground. Carter Davis is going to give it up for Cooper Reiner to take the free kick. We'd like to see Carter get in anytime we're in there, he's tall and fearless and good with his head on the ball. He really wanted the short ball played to him right there. Now he's getting in the play. Oh, Holden Petty tried to get a foot on there, right there, and wound up getting a foot on it, but played the ball just over the net. Sometimes when that ball is bouncing, like in that case, you just can't hit it right to put it on net. When you reach out for it, just the angle of your foot puts it over the top. That's in. I was talking briefly earlier about coaches talking about players in their first touch on the ball. Putting that ball right when you touch the ball, putting it where you want it so you can make your next play, whether it's a pass or whether it's a shot. But being able, there's Zavala was trying to find Schuler out on in the corner there. Get some penetration, played out by Murphy. Zavala's got the throw. Plays it into Schuler over his head. Swain with the throw. Carter Davis trying to break free out of the pack there and get a shot off. Whoa! Foul on Murphy. That's going to give a penalty kick for the Swain Maroon Devils.
Foul inside the penalty box.
Anytime a foul occurs in that 18-yard box, that's going to give a one-on-one with a keeper, a shot against the team who was fouled gets a free shot against the keeper. Everyone else has to be outside the 18-yard box, as well as that little arc you see on top of the 18-yard box. That arc is drawn 10 yards from the penalty spot and swept around. Davis approaches the ball, and he buries it in the right side for his second goal of the game. That'll make it 3-1 Swain.
It is now.
Davis approached the ball very well and confidently and just slotted the ball right there on that right side. That little arc you see there, that they call it the D arc sometimes, there at the top of the 18-yard box, that's the only purpose that arc serves on that field, is to keep players at least 10 yards away from the spot that the ball is placed at for taking a penalty kick. Murphy puts the ball back in play. We have about 11 minutes and 40 seconds left in the game. Last touch by Murphy. It'll be a throw in for Swain. I don't think that's what Drew Johnson had in mind whenever he went to throw that ball in, but as I say, sometimes it was ugly, but it wasn't illegal. Tranter plays the ball out. Schuler tries to get on the end of that one, but is unable to before it goes out of bounds. Be a throw in for Murphy. Joey Helton trying to get back in the play over there. Hadn't called his name quite as many times this half. Curtis punts the ball out for Murphy. Holden Petty kind of tried to chip that one over and didn't quite happen. Ponce Cruz plays the ball to Helton, who tries to play it back to Cruz. Pedriera, no, that's a case where that ball went out of bounds up in the air, even though it never touched the ground out of bounds.
It'll be a substitution for the Bulldogs.
Bulldogs making a substitution. Helton, number 5, going out. Looks like Calicity Kelly. Hopefully I said that right, coming in for the Bulldogs. Carter Davis coming to put pressure on the Murphy defense, trying to get the ball out of the back. Subin Park to throw the ball in for Murphy. Plays it back to his central defender, who tries to play the ball. Tried to get some instant field advantage there and played it out of bounds. Drew Johnson will play it in for the Maroon Devils to Zavala. Zavala plays. Cruz Ponce, Riley LaChance with the ball at his feet, and he takes a right-footed shot, and it's just to the left. Those defenders, they get in those positions. You always want to keep somebody between the attacker and the goal mouth so they don't have a shot right on it. Another thing defenders like to do, they like to try to spin figure out real quick if they can what preferred foot the attackers have, the ones that are going to be coming down on the field on them. And what you try to do is not give them those opportunities. If they're a left-footed player, you don't want them taking the left-footed shot. You want them to make them play in the other direction. Pedriera saved that ball in, but was unable to keep possession. He slotted it through defender's legs. And then it's out on Swain. It'll be a throw-in for Murphy. Got about 8 minutes left in the game now. Swain with a 3-1 advantage right now. All the goal scoring's been happening here in the second half. If you going to watch a half of this game, the second half would be the half to watch, that's for sure. Drew Johnson trying to play it back, but wide. A little too much on it, went out of bounds. Gavin Harris to throw it in, but we're going to have a sub. Looks like Harris is going to be subbed out.
And then a throw in.
Aiden Hall entering the game for Murphy. Trying to find him a target. Zavala winds up with the ball at his feet. He's looking for his opportunities. Plays the ball out wide to Schuler. Schuler was coming out of his defensive. Like I say, that outside midfielder's got from one end to the other. Defensive responsibilities if they have the ball, and then attacking responsibilities if we have the ball. And Schuler was in his transitional phase right there where he was coming out of the defensive end and trying to get into the attack. Oh, I think Ryan might have lost track of right where he was right then. The ball was wide right, but Ryan made the dive and wound up getting a hand on it. That'll give a corner kick to Murphy. Number 14, Riley LaChance, is going to take that corner kick. Murphy needs to get some numbers in that box, and he didn't quite get done with it what he was wanting to get done with it. Volleyed the ball to the back side of the net.
Just a little wide. It will be a goal kick for the Devils.
Cooper Reinert is going to take the free kick for Swain. He didn't get it up. That was an opportunity for Cruz Ponce. Had a nice little move there to get freed up for a shot. Holden Petty is going to settle the ball, look for his options, try to put one through. Wants I think he's looking for Carter Davis, maybe make a run through that Murphy defense. That didn't quite happen. Looks like Cruz Ponce is trying to gear up to get a shot off, and he's denied. Cooper Reinert said that's enough of that, and put the ball down to the other end of the field and take a little break if nothing else. Ball almost hit our athletic trainer, Carrie Powell, over there. Carrie played soccer in college. She's now one of our fine athletic trainer we have here at Swain. Takes care of our athletes. She always shows up to the soccer games. As soon as she can get her legally, her first responsibility, she has to cover his football practice. And as soon as football practice is over, she's always right here for us at our home soccer games. We'll have a substitution coming up for
Another substitution for the Bulldogs.
Looks like Dean Butler's entering the game. Ball's played out wide left to Riley LaChance. He's going to take the ball up, looking for an opportunity to get a shot off, and had a pretty good opportunity there, going for the bottom left corner, and fortunately for Swain, Ryan Tranter was right on that one. You throw in for Swain.
4 minutes to go. It'll be a throw in for the Devils.
Under 4 minutes now left in the game. Swain's going to try to maybe just control the ball now and try to eliminate opportunities that Murphy might have to score. System Swain plays this year is a little different from last year. Well, quite a bit different, I guess. So there's been a definite learning curve here. But you can see from game to game, these guys are getting it together and understanding better where they're supposed to be. They're understanding better what to expect from their fellow players. And we've really seen some of the players mature and start to get comfortable in these positions. I mentioned earlier Drew Johnson at stopper. He just he's controlling the middle of that field and doing a good job there. Pedriera there, Vincente, who was just fouled on that play. He's also done a much better job at that outside midfield position.
It will be a Devils free kick. Carter Davis will take it. Looking for a hat trick.
Carter Davis will take the free kick. He's about 45 yards away from the goal. And he plays the easy one to Pedriera. Vincente does, he's not shy. He takes a shot at it, but not exactly what he had in mind, I don't think. Cooper Reinert settles the ball. Mishit it a little bit, but recovered. Zavala, nobody will have the legs to catch that one. Down to 2 minutes left in the game. Cleared out of the back by Murphy. And that ball's going to roll outside, out of bounds. And Cooper, he'll jog after it, but he won't go too quickly to get it. Minute 36 left, and got some weary legs out there too. These guys, after they play a game, I mean, you just can't simulate that game effect in practice. And these guys are pretty wore out after they play a game, the ones that stay out there the whole time. We have a situation coming up this week where we're going to play 3 games. We have tonight's match. Then we'll have 2 away games coming up. Swain will be traveling on Wednesday the 30th to Highlands for a 6 o'clock match at Highlands. Highlands is always a tough game. Have won the conference, I think, every year that I've, maybe except for one that I've been involved. Looks like we're going to get a yellow card shown to Preston Robinson here. And then Thursday we go to Tallulah Falls. Just so happens the rest of the season, if you're interested in coming to watch Swain play at home, you can put it in the back of your mind that we're going to play a home game every Monday night through October 26th. That'll be our last home game, our last regular season game of the season, and game times at Swain High School are 6 o'clock. Free kick taken by Murphy. Holden Petty just says, let's get it out of here. Let's push it forward. Carter Davis does the same thing. Just let it roll down around there in the corner a little bit, and let's let that clock tick away. Well, time's ticking away here. We're glad you chose to join us and watch this game. It's been a good game for the Maroon Devils. Like I said, the first half saw no scoring. All the scoring happened in the second half.
And that is the game.
Had 2 goals by Carter Davis. 1 goal by Austin Schuler gives Swain a 3-1 victory over conference foes, the Murphy Bulldogs. Thank you for joining us, and we hope to have a game or two that we'll broadcast later on in the season. Thank you.